Hey everyone, so on the channel we constantly get asked how to make one of these. It's a yabby pump or a bait pump. Now these cost a fair bit of money in Australia. They're about $70 to $80 depending where you buy them from. Another option that you can take is to make your own, which will be cheaper, and another factor is that it's lighter, so when you're climbing up hills you don't want heaps of weight. It's too much. I make my own. This one's made from PVC pipe, and I got the bigger one, which is the mega pump. This one's way wider in diameter, so you can suck up more and you can get bigger rocks in there. So I'm going to show you what materials you need to make one of these and how to do it with the most minimal amount of equipment. You may see other videos online showing you that you can use glues. You can use glues if you want, but it's not really needed if you do it the right way. This is the materials and equipment you'll need to make a yabby pump or a bait pump. So what we have is a larger PVC pipe or plumbing pipe and a thinner PVC pipe. This will go inside of this one here. What you'll also need is some plumbing caps for the pipes, so a larger one and a smaller one, both for the right diameter of both of the pipes. What you also need is a gutter plug. It's made of foam, it's pretty soft and pliable. You can pick these up at all this at hardware stores. This you might struggle to get at some hardware stores depending where you live, but you can get them online. What else you'll need is some gaffer tape. Doesn't really matter too much what gaffer tape you use, just make sure that the glue is really good. The next thing you'll need is a drill of some description. I've got an electrical drill with a hole cutting piece at the end of it, as you can see. These might set you back a little bit depending. You can pick up cheap ones at $2 shops. And the other most vital thing that you'll need is some Dare iced coffee, because Dare sponsor us. First off, what we need to do is we need to drill a hole into the cap. Alright, so we're going to drill a hole into this plastic pipe. And as you can see, I've already drilled a bit because I stuffed up the first take. Let's do this. All you have to do and that's it. You've got a hole in your lid. Next step that we have to do is cut this so it fits in to this. What I found is you can do a bit of a hack, and when you cut the PVC pipe it gets rough at one end, and what you can do, you can already see what I've already done here. You press down onto the foam and it cuts. So you just slowly but surely grind away like that, and it slowly goes down and cuts the foam, as you can see. Alright, so we're pretty much cut through. It might not go all the way down to the base, but that's alright. You can just use a pair of scissors, trim it back like this, just to clean it up. It's pretty straightforward. Now, this is what you'll come out with. It's rough, but it will plug that hole right there. What you need to do is repeat the same thing but with the smaller pipe. So you put it into the foam like this, twist and push it down to a certain level. Now you can, if you really want to, get another one of these caps and put it at the end if it goes all the way through, but I prefer not to go all the way through. Once you've sealed it all up, what should happen is that there won't be any kind of water coming through the pipe, and if so, you've always got this at the other end, so no water is going to come out the other end. Now that we've done this, what we'll need to do next is get some gaffer tape. Now what you need to do is to start wrapping the gaffer tape tightly around the plunger, just like this. Break it off on one end and just test it out to see if it goes through. So that's pretty tight. You can actually hear the sucking sound. That's exactly what you need. What we'll continue doing is just wrapping around over the tape, so you make like a cotton bud kind of tip on the end of the plunger. Just keep on going on like this. Now you can double up on the tape with the grey tape or electrical tape if you prefer. The more tape the better, because yeah, it might break down over time. You also want to try and cover the end of the pipe, the foam as well. So I'm just going to do that now. Cover it just like this. So this is what the end of the plunger should look like once you put the gaffer tape over the foam. Now you can add more gaffer tape if you want, but it doesn't really matter too much. Just make sure that it's not too thick, then it won't fit down the pipe. We need to insert this into the larger pipe, and it's pretty simple what you do. Just get the pipe, slide it in like that, fits all snug, and that's the first step. Now the other end, you get the cap that you drill the hole into, you slide it over like this, and then the last thing is you put this smaller cap over the end like this. Just a bit more gaffer tape over the edging of this, just so it doesn't come flying off all the time, but normally they don't unless you pull the pipe up really tight to the end. And you can do the same for this, but it doesn't really matter too much. So that's how you do it. That's how you make a yabby pump, bait pump, or gold prospectors pump. The materials will set you back maybe $20 to $30. We'll leave a description of those materials in the video description below. If you have any questions or have any trouble trying to make one of these, just ask in the comments. And until then, good luck making one of these. Good luck finding your gold. And see you later. Have a nice day.